Hi everyone. Today I'm going to be reading a book called Shog's Best Friends. In the woods by the pond where the wild creatures roam, a dog called Shog lived all on his own. It made Shog so sad that he was so lonely, but the sign on his door that said, "Welcome, dogs only." He wanted a friend with whom he can play. Someone he could visit day after day, but sadly no other dogs could be found, and Shog didn't want other creatures around. "I don't like camels or fishes or birds, or those silly cows that hang around in the herds. And there's no way that I could be friends with the cat. No, I just can't get on with creatures like that." One sunny day, Shog went out shopping, a task he'd rush through without even stopping. Shog thought the store was a horrible place where all kinds of creatures could invade his space. Yes, the market was chock full of hideous souls, from squirrels to goats, to tiny young fat foals. Shog raced through the aisles and filled up his cart and rushed to the checkout so he could depart. Piggy, the grocer, smiled broadly to greet him, but Shog turned away, so their contact was fleeting. "I don't like pigs. They're pink and they're fat. No, I do not approve any of that." Piggy thought Shog was really quite strange, but he just kept on smiling and gave Shog his change. With his shopping done, Shog wandered home. On his path by the pond, he walked all alone. He was so sad, it was making him teary. He snuffled and sniffed till his eyes went all blurry. He just didn't see Lilly Frog on his log, when he tripped and he fell face first in the bog. Shog's shopping went flying all over the place. He had mustard and cream and mud on his face. Lilly hopped down and said, "Are you all right?" But Shog snapped at her like he wanted to fight. "Just go away, I don't want to be seen. And I don't talk to anyone that shade of green." "Well," said Lilly, "it's no wonder you're grouchy. The state of your leg looks awfully ouchy." Shog looked at his leg. It was broken and twisted. He needed her help, but still receded. "I'm perfectly fine," Shog said with a frown. Then he tried to get back up. He fell right back down. Shog cried and cried, for the pain was so great. He needed a doctor and just couldn't wait. "I'm calling an ambulance," Lilly insisted, and Shog was quite glad that she had persisted. The hospital doctors fixed up Shog up fast and sent him back home with his leg in a cast. But walking on crutches was not that easy. When he got home, he was feeling quite queasy. His tummy growled. It just wouldn't stop bleeding. It grumbled and rumbled 'cause it needed feeding. But his cupboard was bare. There was nothing to eat. No broccoli, no beans, no cheese, no meat. Only salt. Then Shog remembered he had lost all his shopping, including his favorite strawberry topping. He was feeling so lonely and hungry and glum, with no friends and no food to fill up his tum. But just as he thought, "I can't take any more," suddenly there was a knock on the door. Shog couldn't believe it. "No one comes to visit." He hopped on his crutches and shouted, "Who is it?" "It's Lilly and Piggy." The answer came back, and Piggle, the answer came back. So he opened the door, but only a crack. He glared at Lilly and said with a snap, "Well, what do you want? I was having a nap. We thought you might need some help getting by, and as we're your neighbors, we thought we'd bring a pie." "We brought you a pizza," Piggle said with a squeal, "and chocolate cake to offer after your meal. And we brought you a bag full of things you might need, because breaking a leg is a hard thing indeed." Shog felt so happy he'd not been forgotten, because he quite felt ashamed that he'd been so rotten. It would have been rude just to send them away, so he welcomed them in and asked them to stay. And they laughed and played cards and sang into the night. And before very long, Shog was feeling all right. But he wondered why he always thought a dog could never be friends with a pig or a frog. Yes, Lilly and Piggle were awfully kind, but to all of their kindness, He'd been quite blind. And when they went home all the end of the night, Shog was so happy and filled with delight. He looked at the sign that was pinned to the door and decided it just wasn't right anymore. So he took it straight down and made up a new sign that said, "All friends are welcome, no matter what kind." I hope you enjoyed this book, and I hope to see you in my next video.
Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, comment your opinion, and give a thumbs up. I'll see you in our next video. Bye!